Hey guys, Todd here. Today we're going to install the Revolver X4TS on this Ram 1500. Now this is a standard installation and it's going to be very similar on most applications. The tools I'll be using for this installation are a 9/16 wrench, a 1/8 Allen wrench, and a pair of scissors. Now make sure you're subscribed to our channel to stay up to date with our latest content. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now before we install the cover, we first need to install the bulkhead seal. Now the bulkhead, I've already wiped down with some rubbing alcohol. You want to do that before you do this. Now you get two different bulkheads. You can choose which bulkhead seal that you want to use, the thin one or the thicker one. Because the thicker one is going to fill the gap a little bit better, we're going to use the thicker one on this model. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from one side and just work all the way to the other. We're going to peel away the adhesive protector. Go all the way up against the bed cap. Now I'm placing the bulkhead seal as far away from the cab as possible just before it falls off into the bulkhead. When we get to the other side, we're just going to cut it in place with a pair of scissors. All right, press that down and then we can go ahead and work on the rails. Okay, now before we install our rails, we want to first install the end caps on each end of the T-slot on the rail. So you're going to have 4 of these, 2 for each rail. So what we're going to do now, these are designed to be really tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of slide one end in and then push it all the way through. Take your 1/8 inch Allen wrench and just get it to where it barely connects and gets snug. That will hold that in place. Do that on both rails and on both sides. Okay, so this is our passenger side rail. The T-slot is gonna go to the outside and this tab up here is gonna go to the inside. So let me go ahead and peel this back, set this in place. Okay, this is the tab. Right here, you're gonna notice there's a little bit of a shelf with a foam pad on it. That is gonna go all the way up against your painted bed cap. Now, if you have a drop-in bed liner, you're gonna wanna peel this foam off, push this all the way up against the drop-in bed liner, and then force the drop-in bed liner all the way up against the bulkhead when you're installing our clamps. But let's go ahead and get this guy in place. All right, next we're gonna go ahead and install our first clamp about 6 inches back from our bulkhead. All right, now holding the rail in place, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the clamp and show you guys what we're working with. So if you notice there are grooves in the clamp and they're gonna match up to the grooves in the rail. So what we're gonna do is spread that clamp apart and then set it into the rail. Make sure those mate in well to where those grooves are nice and flush in there. And we wanna make sure it's as high up on that rail as possible. Once that's in place, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the nut just a little bit to get a little bit tight. And we're going to take our 9/16 wrench and just get a little bit snug. Once we have it snug, we want to make sure the top of the rail is seated down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the top of the rail straight down, and that seats the rail. We can go ahead and take our wrench and go ahead and finish snugging that down. Now we don't want to over tighten any of these clamps. We just want to get them nice and snug and then move to the next one. The next clamp is going to be right next to it. This is going to be our strap clamp. And this is what's going to be used to be able to secure the cover in place when it's rolled up to the cab. We're going to install this the exact same way right next to our first clamp. And again, tighten that down with our 9/16 wrench. And again, just make it nice and snug. Don't over tighten it. Now we're going to move to the center of the bed for our next clamp. And it's going to install the exact same way as our first clamp. So get that set in place. Go ahead and snug it tight. Make sure the grooves in the clamp are lined up to the grooves on the rail and it's as high up as possible. We're going to just get it to where it's biting down, seat the top of it, and then finish snugging it up. All right, when we get to the rear of the rail, you'll notice that the end of the rail gets cut off right back here. So just before it gets cut off is where we're gonna place our final clamp. We're gonna do that the exact same way as we've been installing our other clamps. Make sure that everything is lined up as far as possible to the top and lined up with the grooves. Go ahead and get the nut finger tight. And again, just as it starts to bite down, go ahead and seat the top of the rail. And finish snugging it up. Repeat the exact same rail operation on the other side. All right, now the cover is going to come from the factory reverse rolled. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it on the rails towards the tailgate end. Make sure this comes out kind of close to the tailgate. You're not going to be able to close it all the way down yet, but just get it somewhat lined up. Doesn't have to be super lined up. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to start rolling this towards the cab of the truck and then rolling the tailgate portion also towards it, kind of follow it up. All right, when we get to the end panel, leave that end panel back because we need to insert some bolts into the tracks here. Now in this front header panel, you are going to notice we've got a couple of tracks that run side to side. In your kit, you're going to have some 5/16 bolts with a 1/2 inch head. Those are going to slide into those channels. So you're going to want to put 2 on the driver's side and 2 on the passenger side. And then as you put them in, you want them to line up to the slots on the tab. You're going to do that on both sides so that as it folds over, it drops down into the holes. All right, so from underneath, we're going to see where the 2 bolts are coming down through the tab. Now in our kit, we've also got a rubber washer, flat washer, and a lock nut that we're going to use on each one of these. It's going to go in a certain order. First, we do the rubber washer, then the flat washer, and then the lock knob. Now, we don't want to tighten down that lock knob all the way yet. All we want to do is get it to where it just barely touches and repeat that on all 4 of those bolts. Rubber washer first, flat washer, and then lock knob. Now, we don't want to tighten that down away because we have to still adjust the cover. All right, next what we want to do is go ahead and roll this back to the tailgate. Now be very careful because we don't have this tightened down yet. It's because we're going to be adjusting the cover as we go. These tabs along here need to be about an 1/8 inch between the tab to the edge of the rail. So as we're going, make sure you catch that, check that, make sure everything is dropping in place. All right, now as we roll this back to the tailgate, make sure that the latch goes to the inside of the paddle, because as it pushes down that paddle, we want to make sure that the latch rail comes over and attaches to those tabs. Once you've noticed that it's even at the back and it's square and the latches are attaching to the rail evenly on both sides, we can very gently roll it up to the front and then go ahead and tighten down those star knobs from the front, the lock knobs. Okay, now you'll notice that if the cover is rolled up nice and tight, it will never roll all the way up to hit the cab. However, if that cover is a little bit loose, then it actually can contact the cab. So what we're going to do is notice where it will be contacting the cab, and then we'll be attaching these rubber bumpers to those locations. So we're going to go here, and then also the one down below it. Now, before we attach these rubber bumpers with a 3M tape, we're going to use some alcohol prep pads and wipe this surface down really good so that it adheres and stays stuck. Make sure you use alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, to wipe those surfaces down before you attach the bumpers. All right, it's a very tight fit, so it's going to go all the way in there. Make sure you press down and hold it tight. Get good adhesion, and go to the next one. All right, we're going to repeat the same on the opposite side over here. All right. Well, that concludes the installation. If you found this video helpful, make sure and give us a thumbs up. If you want to know more about the product, check the link in the description below. And as always, if you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online at RealTruck.com.